Ignition.
There.
Bam.
Oh, and live.
You're live.
We're live. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Thank you.
So, my name is Ton Roosendaal, and we are going to have a weekly with the whole team. As you can see, we have many people today, including 2 guests, all the way from Portugal.
Cyprian. No.
Hi. Hello. Come on, you can say something.
My name is Inez Almeida, and I've been working as a colleague for Gooseberry, and I'm just dropping off to say hi.
You graduated last year. You're now a
I
doctor.
graduated.
Something.
No, I'm a master
A master.
of science.
And all the way from Utrecht.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I'm Siglen. I'm doing my PhD in Utrecht. I live here in Amsterdam. And as of last Wednesday, I'm also a Blender developer.
Yeah, officially.
Yeah.
On the game medicine.
Yeah.
With doctor shit mostly.
Yeah. Well, I added features that I needed, so I could.
Oh, that's easy. That's how you do it. You do it for yourself.
Yeah.
No, that's how it starts.
But that's what you need, right?
Good. So then I suggest to start with the director and watch the film. As far as we have it. But we have something new, no?
Yeah, I do. There's a 9
Something with
minutes
sound and stuff.
with actors and references. So this is 9 minutes of the movie. The first 9 minutes until we stop after Frank's falling from the leaf as a caterpillar.
You have that all edited with actors already.
And while most of it, yeah, I edited most of Frank and Victor stuff. And there's some extra Victor thing that need to be tweaked a bit, and some Frank breathing and acting also to add, especially the whole island is not done at all. I didn't start it on it yet. And I still have to, you'll see, re-lay out the whole Victor and Frank meeting. The beginning has been done, but there's like 3 minutes missing in the middle. But I edited the actors. So you have the video of the actors, but there's no 3D on top of it. So
Side by side.
it's full screen, but you'll see. So that's watchable.
Oh, really?
Anytime.
So it's a cone? No.
Yeah, it's a new Frank model.
Oh, yeah.
We go.
Okay, so.
Yeah?
And get ready. Because it's going to be.
We still need to make the blender thing.
You need a blender from those shit.
Wow, why you are
Pablo, can you hype it more?
No, I
With the
just.
Suzanne.
I'm gonna make it fun when you
Suzanne is up there.
Close the little divvy, right?
You have to drag and drop it again.
Weird.
Well, it was better when Francesco was in the scene.
Oh, snap.
That's
The
what
better one is.
Is the whole internet seeing this? Okay.
It's not really in the center.
Yes.
It's perfectly in the center.
Ah?
Oh, that's
That is working.
not in the center.
Is it or not?
No, missing the left frame.
That's completely new.
It's not. Oh. Wow.
Ah, man, that's gruesome.
Okay.
Hey, Paul. I think Frank is doing it again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, otherwise still rock that animation. I didn't know.
It's not me. It's not me, I swear.
Sliding sheet.
Excuse me, sir? Sir?
Very interesting.
Sir, you got a minute, sir? I'm kind of in the middle of something here. I've traveled a long way to see you, Frank. My name is Victor. And you are so much more than just a sheep, aren't you? How would you know? Well, because I have the solution. Well, so have I. Yeah, but what if I have another solution? A way out. Escape. An escape? How? With this
You know what's in the hands.
one adventure, Frank. Just like me. Alone. Move.
Good job, Andy.
I'm telling you, this one.
Thank you.
No, one doesn't. One doesn't even choose to be a wolf.
Is he wearing a tree jacket?
Well, Mr. Hector, I don't know what you're on about, but I'm just a sheep minding its own business. And I suggest you do the same. No, wait, okay, just give me 1 minute of your precious time. Precious time? Yeah, just give me 1 minute. You would have 1 more minute, wouldn't you? Okay, half. Half a minute. You will not regret this. The adventures you will have, all the lives you've ever wanted. All you've been missing. Here. Oh, this is the best product we have in store. Variable spin speed, excellent tumble performance in one handy device, squeaky clean. Well, this better be good. Took me ages to tie that rope with my fucking hoops. No more need for hoops, Frank. No more cheapy business. Oh, time flies. Wait. How does this thing work? How do I make it work? No, you don't. I just turned it on for you. And I can get, any life I want. Yes. And more. That and more. When can I go? Where can I go? We will pick you up. Just don't worry. Stay here. in this exact position. Don't move. Don't move. Just wait.
Awesome.
Well, that's it. Well, that's it.
And that's it.
Sounds
Yeah, interesting.
So who made the neck thing for the actor?
I did.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
all the
nice.
footage. He plays really nice with it
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
trying to get rid of it or
But
for
did
it.
you like you
Sorry.
used a lot of the footage that was recorded towards the end when
Ah,
they are
yeah.
facing the camera? Yeah, is it a choice like
Yeah.
because you like the sound better or?
Lots of things are better. They are actually acting way better on this one,
Okay.
weirdly, because it's more subtle, it's more inner.
Yeah.
They don't overact everything, especially Victor. It feels very intense.
Yeah.
And
That
the
I.
others, it looks too naive almost.
Uh-huh.
So I try to mix a bit of them, and it doesn't really fit. So
Okay.
either is very
That's interesting.
cartoony.
You
Mostly
thought
the
by
same thing.
walking around that it would be more dynamic.
Yeah, me too. But since they had the timing in mind and no puff, because we made like 11 takes, I guess.
Yeah.
I think 10 or 11 takes of this before this take, which is the last one. They were super relaxed, even not really thinking they're acting. It's actually the best take we have. And it's the same for Tara and Frank.
Yeah.
When they're sitting in front of the jungle, the
It's
second
like,
the
okay.
second one, they're like super relaxed and they don't feel too acting. And it's super great. So
Cool.
But I will still edit some of the previous footage we have for bodily references and the way they act on stage. I will take some visual reference from the previous one, but for the faces, it's
Oh yeah, but that's great facial work.
Yeah.
But that's what you can use anyway.
Yeah.
To get the right timing for that.
Awesome.
Otherwise, you can simply pick the faces from the moment they like.
Ctrl C, Ctrl V.
From the video to 3D model. But from the video, you open the video, Ctrl C, then you go to 3D model, Ctrl V.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
What the new mesh transfer modifier?
It's a joke.
I missed the whole fun.
He started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's a bit longer than before. The dialogue is almost 1 minute longer than the previous edit. So we are back to 15 minutes for the whole thing. Yep.
Yeah.
But again, the jungle might need to be reworked either way. And I think the dialogues in the jungle are way shorter than the opposite. The two dialogues with Terra are shorter than what they are right now. So we'll see. But it's more likely to go back to 14.
Okay, but if the minutes are added on the dialogue between the two characters, that will be very close-ups.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's facials, things, and so
Animation is also easy. Rendering close-ups.
Depth of field, blur everything. Blur all the things.
Yeah,
But
it's windy,
maybe-
right? So the
Hey,
camera.
just close and close up.
I was thinking of it this afternoon. Maybe that would be a good thing to consider pose libraries and stuff,
Yeah,
because we do have a long dialogue with common expressions that comes back.
yeah.
So maybe that's also a way to keep thinking of a way to efficiently redo stuff, like key expressions for the actors, to have a
Yeah.
library that you can tweak easily, because they actually are, especially Victor is quite repeating the same intense stuff. So
I do worry a little bit that that scene just visually won't be as interesting because there's a lot of back and forth, and it feels like maybe we're lingering just a little bit longer than I don't know, like just watching now. Like I like the new edit, but it did feel like it's like slowly paced to a degree that.
Be snappy, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I'm not talking about crazy snappier, but like some of the beats felt just a little bit repetitive, like, just a minute of your time. And then, just 1 minute, a minute of your time, just
Well,
1 minute.
I think that works quite fine like this.
Yeah.
Like it's like very interesting and a bit tense. You want to get to the point, and when it actually goes to the point, like the tornado, the jungle, everything feels supernatural now because you have this slow, weird starters that takes 4 minutes to actually get into place.
Yeah.
So that it's really contrasts with the rest also. And I always think that if you destroy this because you get a bit bored in the beginning, you will also destroy what comes next, which is more contrasting. The tornado feels super fast. The jungle also appears nicely now, and I think that's because we take the time in the beginning to feel the pain and the tension between the island, Frank and Victor, which is super heavy and a bit dense. But I think I was trying to fight this from the beginning to make something snappy, not boring, but that's the point of these scenes. So trying to go around it is actually not good. I think it doesn't work for the rest. So
So I think what could make that whole sequence very exciting and interesting to see Frank move from a person who's about to jump to somebody who's curious about what this clock is going to do.
Yeah.
That's what needs the time. So the dialogue will help with it, but you have to see him acting it.
no, he does it a bit already.
It's already
yeah,
there a
because
bit.
the beginning is very
Yeah.
inner and grumpy, and at the end he's like a kid. He's like, what when do I start? Like, bring it on.
actually found
But
that
that's
switch from the depressed to the happy.
totally
fast.
happy, but
Too fast?
Too fast.
Yeah. You see?
So let's just make 8 minutes of
but to make character development convincing, it needs time.
Yeah,
You can't do
That's
that
something
in
we
1
cannot
minute,
go
right?
around. I think.
yeah.
Whether it's too long, I don't know yet. I think we'll see the final edit. Maybe it will be 20 seconds shorter.
But it's
But I don't think it will be half.
you're also missing like the whole layout process,
Yeah.
which is for now very simple. You have 3 axes, but the whole thing is that I want the axis to get around. We are on the left side, but at some point I want this to switch to go to the other side, because when Frank turns around, we turn around with him, so he's still facing the left side of the frame, but he should be on the right at the end, because at the beginning he's looking in the past, and then he should be looking in the future.
Yeah, I noticed you flipped it.
Struggle a lot, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the point, to lead to some direction and then invert it during the dialogue and have some extra close-ups for Victor and Frank at the end also, which is more tense.
Yeah.
So there's also some slow building thing that are missing there, which might lead to some more tension and interest between the 2 arcs of the characters until the tornado comes. So I think that's possible with this rhythm, which is slow. I agree, but
Aside of the issue that it might be too much rock or stuff like that, but I do think it's secondary. But I do think the quality of what's going on in the story and the acting could make this rock.
Yeah.
But the only thing is to keep working on it, get the edit and the animatic in, and maybe look at it again with Esther or so. Yeah. So maybe it's a third person, like if it's really there, every sentence needed, or kill your darlings thing.
We had some long discussion about this with Esther. We actually spent an evening trying to work around the whole dialogue, shorten it a bit again, and every time we felt everything is needed somehow to define both of them and also to change them during the whole scene, which is condensed to 3.5 minutes now, and quite a lot already. So because we don't know anything about the 2 characters before that scene, a bit of Frank, but very short, and we still have to be sure that when they leave, everything is quite clear for the audience, for the arcs of those characters.
Yeah.
And the only one that should remain a bit mysterious is Victor, that we enlighten his powers after it. So
I still feel that when he says, "I just turned it on for you," I still feel like it's not really needed.
Yeah.
Like because we
he
have
does
that
it
awesome
after.
little close up of like the
he
thing
does it
spinning.
afterwards also.
It's like it could be there, could not be there. Like it wouldn't really matter that much.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I like the addition of the joke. The hooves.
Good. Next. Yeah? You.
Alright.
I think last week we did clockwise, now we do counterclockwise.
Well,
Let's put this in your face.
My face. Hello. Buenos dias. So this week I've been back. So the first day was a bit jet lagged, but this month is about characters, and the character that was missing was Tara. So the first day I spent on but first we needed some concept art, so let me share the screen. First we needed some concept art. So while Sarah was working on that, I was working on the UV, and look at this beautiful UV. Believe it or not, this takes time. Look at that, how nice the size of the squares. Really, people that is into UVs, it takes time. Yeah, I go to put yes. Thank you, Angela. So then I started working on the shading of the character. So this is how it looked at the beginning. I was playing a little bit just with the basics for the legs and stuff, but still it's work. Then I played a bit with the face mostly. Oh, I don't have. Well, you have the concept.
Yeah.
It's in your weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then when she's gonna show it later. So basically, the skin in Tara it's not plastic, of course. It's not metal either, but it's something in between. It's a bit glossy and it has little hairs everywhere. Even though it's not nice for the girl, it adds a little bit. So then some antenna work. It's fair. So then I added way more, and like way more, and it made the eyes evil. But that just was for the time being, because that was like looking at yeah, like poor little dead. So I added just another color just to make it a bit nicer. Yeah, like evil, like yeah. Yes. Exactly. And started painting a little bit more with texture, and then added some eyebrows that are too light, because I didn't want to make it too strong, because that really makes it not pretty. But I will make them a bit stronger. And then that was the whole day. And then I made...
You do have SSS, right?
Yeah, very, very subtle. So this, let me share it with the rest of the world. So there was a test that we made yesterday. Everybody had to make a turntable during the night. So this came out from yesterday. I haven't seen, this is the first time I see data from the side. So it was nice, interesting to see what was going on there. It's a nice shape.
Is this not with all the hair?
Yes, exactly. It's not with all the hair. This is like way less than it should have. Actually, I was rendering something. I forgot to put it on share.
The time problem?
Not really. This is 4 minutes per frame at 1280 by like 720p. Not bad. 4 minutes, but without the eyes, of course. The eyes are placeholders. And the hair in general needs a lot more work. This is supposed to be completely filled with hair, because her body is actually fluffy. It's like the bunny almost. So it's gonna be fun and easy. Yeah, that's gonna take a bit more to render. And depth of, hey, this one has depth of field, noisy, but has even more. Yes, actually way more. But if I added more, then I will lose this thing. And yeah, last night I said, because we finished this last night, I said, oh, but why would I show this if actually it's going to change a lot tomorrow when I work on it? But no, because today I had to work in this. Doesn't look like nothing, but actually today was spent on mixing this object, the wings, with the inner mouth and the teeth and the rest of the character without losing the hair or the UVs. I learned some things today that Blender, if the UVs have the same name, they're going to be merged. In the best case, that's good, right? If they don't, they're gonna make a new layer and make a new UV layer. But that brought some issues, because I didn't know that if you have the same name, they were going to be merged. And it depends in the order you merge them. Sometimes that's what you want, sometimes it doesn't. So this took a bit of time to investigate, and but now everything is fine. That's for the UVs. And then I had no hope that the hair was going to be possible to copy hair from one character to the other, but thanks to this guy over here, it's not possible. You can copy hair from one character to the other. I copied from the character without the wings, without the inner mouth, without the anything, into this character that has everything. So different polygon, different everything, and it worked. Same shape. Yeah, it's magic. So yeah, that was it's a new tool. It's on Blender 2. Is it in Master?
It's in the Gooseberry branch.
It's in the Gooseberry branch, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
on Master ASAP. It's gonna be on Master, and yeah, that was basically today getting this character to get into one mesh. So Daniel Sancudo can work on it next week or during the weekend.
Already working on the face.
Yeah. Basically, yes. But he needed that. So in the meantime, I'm going to work in the eyes that I still didn't do anything actually, and the eyes are proxy, so they need to be worked on. And just for fun, I thought, oh yeah, why not adding something we already have, like cool eyes, like Victor eyes. So
Okay.
so yeah, good luck. Good luck sleeping tonight. This is data with Victor eyes. Please don't take this serious. This is just appending the eyes from Victor, putting it on it, and just that. It's going to have the pupils more dilated and everything because she's addict to fun. So yeah, that was just creepy eyes, just for fun. But even there, like looking from the. Dun, dun, dun.
Don't do it.
Yes, this is what they're going. Anyway, so yeah, that was it. That's my week.
Lucas.
Yes. Yeah, I can show the. I know the hair copying tool. I mean, it's yeah. Quickly.
Shall we go awesome with this?
Yeah. Where are we? Hello? Just start Blender. Okay. Share. Okay, so why is the projector not? This is
Because it was set up
stupid crap.
5 minutes before. It's fine. People are.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Where did I put this? Okay, so for the hair copying, this is the Victor test file from Andy. Okay, this is taking ages apparently.
It's opening second window.
Yeah.
Auto-run Python script.
Auto-run.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not important. I hope this works reasonably well here. Oh yeah, by the way, a little nice feature. You also have these buttons from the modifiers.
That
You know? Okay, why doesn't it show? That's the question.
it's awesome.
Probably have to. So textures are missing.
Yeah. Oh crap, no.
But you don't need the textures for the thing, right?
Yeah, I will disable this and.
Oh, you're using texture.
You could ban it.
Yeah, probably. Or not, I don't know. Okay, it doesn't work. I don't know, I can't show this. It copies from one object to the other. So.
Yeah! Do screenshots next time.
Yes, I don't know. I should have tested it half an hour before.
GIFs.
No time. Anyway, and another feature for hair, probably Andy will show this. Also the spirals thing. So we needed this for Victor in particular because he has little curls on the end of his hair. And to do this, we have this little feature here.
Wow.
So the randomness. Question marks.
Yeah, so this basically adds curls. You can make them.
That's really awesome.
Resolution.
Wow.
Magic. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
Awesome.
just a
Yeah.
best visual. Yeah. Did it already.
What's next?
Oh, wait, okay. Wait. Oh.
Aha.
Sarah disappeared.
Yeah.
That
Sarah?
was smooth. Okay. You
Look at
can.
that.
Sarah, at one point. She's under the table now.
Sarah!
Oh,
He's still working on finishing this.
That's okay. So this week I was doing like a lip sync animation test for Victor, testing out the different rigs, giving feedback to the riggers, and doing some facial tests also for Manu for the sheep, but didn't have all the controls that were needed, so it was just a basic thing. But you can show that. By the way, I did a recording of my work for 9 hours the entire day, and then no, it was like I think yesterday or the day before. So I did a like 9-hour recording of me animating. It's not really exciting, but I started encoding it. The thing crashed. So
What crashed?
the entire encoding. I know now. Yeah, like okay, I learned some stuff. So
everything is lost.
Yeah, I
You said you had some footage still, right?
I every now and then I would do like a play blast of what I was working on. So I have all these different files that are like these stepping stones. So we could like it's in my weeklies folder. So you could
All of them?
play it. Yes, you could make like a little playlist or whatever.
I do.
Ooh, follow me now. Whoa.
Yeah, we have a cameraman.
Hello. Well, there we go. No idea what I'm doing here, by the way.
You
So,
ever use this?
no. I always make the.
No, but what if I have another?
Ah, stop! I always make the Argentinian do it. Okay, all right. So like this. Help me, Papilo. Okay, so I have the playlist ready.
Yeah.
I might not screw it up.
You have to do this.
God, yeah, oh God, yeah, no! Oh, so close. There we go.
Now go here.
All right.
Over here. Screen share there.
Screen share.
Select the dude.
Select the dude.
Start.
Screen share.
Now turn the mouse back.
Present to everyone.
No, you don't need to do that actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we have the different like blocking stages. So we have the different blocking stages, and it goes all the way to like a first pass of polish. I didn't continue from there on because it kind of wasn't needed for the test we're doing. So hopefully this will come out fine.
No, but what if I have another solution? No, but what if I have another solution? No, but what if I have another solution?
If
No, but what if I have another solution? No, but what if I have another solution? No, but what if I have another solution?
And bam.
No, but what if I have another solution?
Yeah, animation is not really as interesting
if
as
I-
people think
no.
it is.
But you don't have the original from the actor?
No.
It'd be interesting to see how
The-
he played it because he does it with this.
Yeah, he really I took the acting choices from the actor and really like his emphasis and all that.
So later we,
Copy paste.
so
Yeah.
later we do it side by side, right?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I also worked a bit on the laundromat scene. This guy is really skinny and long limbs, and I was having some issues posing him because, I'm trying to kind of capture some of the acting beats from the actor, but he's doing stuff like he's like patting down his jacket and hands are really close to his chest. And then I have this really slender guy who has these long arms, and it's just, what? Like his arms are going all over the place, and I can't kind of get there. So it's been a little bit more difficult than I thought initially, but it is fairly decent test for the body mechanics of this character. And of course, he's supposed to end up at a really particular location. You kind of have to ignore the hands at a certain point. I was trying to get the weight shift of the hips correct. Yeah, there's supposed to be also a swinging door that opens for the washing machine, but I kind of skipped it so you could see what he's doing. And then he's lighting up a smoke, and it's all fascinating and all that.
No, but what if I?
No! Stop! Okay, and I'm done. Okay, I'm on.
Next.
Yeah, that was smooth. That was really yeah. So I get your beer now, right? Sure. Wait, is that a new beer?
No,
That's why you left?
That's my beer.
Refill.
Of course, refill.
Okay, so how do I?
Yeah, first
That's-
open the window.
First, I open the thing.
The thing, and then you can go.
And then I go there, and I
Share.
go there, and I can, yeah, I can go from one to the other,
And then
right?
move it there, and then double click on the.
Okay. So Monday, when Pablo arrived, he needed a concept for Terra, which I did very quickly. It's not like super mega pushed, but so at least he could start. And well, don't mind really the colors of the eyes. I was like trying stuff, but the eyes are still like in converse. We are still like talking about it and how exactly we are going to do them. But right now, what we've decided to try today was to make a regular eye, like with the iris inside and stuff, but that would have just the borders that would, instead of being sharp as we have, would be like here, fading into this grading, into these cells, but the overall thing would be working like a regular eye and would have like I didn't put the gradient, but I will. Anyway, so that was for Monday. I did this quick concept. What I just did now, because I forgot, when Pablo was starting and I was doing the paint over here, I noticed that the mouth of Terra was completely under her beak, and that was a bit problematic for expression, because every time we would have the camera here, we won't see her mouth, so we lose completely her expression. So I took the liberty to go into Angela's model and just re-put the mouth just at the edge, so we would always have, wherever the camera is, we will always have a part of the mouth going. So yeah, it's a bit different. So you see here it's completely under, and here it came just at the edge here. So did that quickly. Then I did also a concept for myself before starting the caterpillar, which you probably seen because we did a blog post about it. Did, of course, the UVs also. It's took me a day, so I was just started like texturing, making like basic color stuff. Oh. So this is a first render, really like just putting on the textures on the body, on the face, putting basic materials everywhere, pretty much. And that was today. I was trying, it's not finished because it's still rendering. It has a lot of subsurface and translucence and a lot of stuff. So today I was trying, this is a procedural, but it will be replaced by handmade texture, but I like to use procedurals to see quickly how the shader is going to be. and also started adding some hair. And yeah, that's it. I also did. I can close that, right? I'm always afraid of shutting down the Google.
That was like a spoiler alert.
So I also did recorded my paint over of Caterpillar. But I mean, we already did a blog post about that, so I'll show it again. And we were supposed, to make a turntable. I did but my render times are a bit high, so it's not finished. Where it is? I know. Oh, here. So it's not finished. I just have that. Yep. So that's what I have right now. But yeah, I wanted not to have too many noise here. I'm sorry, I forgot to animate the sample, so I have this horrible sliding effect that I hate. But otherwise, the SSS is quite clean. And yeah, that's what I did.
Is anything from Daniel or Angela we should share?
Ooh, good question. Daniel didn't poke me for that. Angela has something.
Yeah, well, she has the new blog post with the wrap up of all of her.
Oh wow, but that's huge.
Yeah. Well, it's just check the blog, everybody.
Yeah.
If you want to know all the insides of Angela's modeling process. Then...
Yep, check out the blog post. And again, thank you, Angela. And sorry for... Yeah.
Next.
More Nicholas.
Okay. Can you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
So I'm Manu. Hello.
How do you say good morning in Finnish?
You could also sit closer.
Or speak super loud.
What?
No?
You can have the chair.
Put it in focus.
It's okay.
No,
Sure, it's fine.
people have to hear you.
They hear if everybody shuts.
It's good.
You can translate them.
Okay.
Yeah, just put the
Okay.
first.
Please, mister,
Yeah,
please, senor, please put my artwork on the thing.
Same as everybody else, so unwrapping. It takes time.
I'm a brilliant man from Finland. Love me.
Okay. Yes. But yeah, you can go to the next one.
What did you say about my mom?
She was the U week. Yeah. Yes,
Wow.
mom as well. Yeah.
Oh.
You want to know?
Shut them out.
Oh.
What were you thinking?
I don't know.
You, man. Yeah.
Next one, yeah. More a painting to the wish. Yeah, the painting of the hair is probably not necessary, but it is easy to groom when you know the direction where to groom. Yes.
Good spot.
Nice.
Yeah, the next one. This is probably the latest. Needs a lot of work still. There is also the video.
The video, yeah.
So that's actually older one, but in a way it's nice. I don't know.
It's so fluffy.
My fucking hooves.
Yeah.
Expression.
Because in Ireland,
Amazing expression, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ultimate nice pose.
It's the first time I saw Sarah.
But, the third layer is already got it. It's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, look at the shine on it.
I like the skin.
Like Frankie and the doctors.
Like this.
I think I don't know.
Yeah, very nice.
Yes.
What does it mean?
Oh, even eyelash. Huh?
Yeah, that means Finland is awesome.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And you should drink Finland vodka.
So are you happy with it?
No.
No.
That means yes.
From last night. This is
What does that mean?
Yeah.
That means yes. I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
This is the last one.
Yeah, maybe it's worse than. I don't
No,
know.
it's actually.
Did you do a body render?
Not yet. Face first.
Oh,
Okay.
that's
That's it.
impressive.
Thank you.
Huh?
Yes. I've got some really interesting screenshots.
Yeah.
They're not actually.
You made cycles 10 times faster.
Expectation soaring.
Yep.
Ready? You ready, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Ready?
Do one first.
Oh my
Ooh.
God.
Ah. So
What is that?
Look, that's even the 11:15.
Where are the units?
I cropped them out because they weren't very good. I didn't like them. But if you were ever wondering about the difference between choosing OpenAL and SDL when doing sequencer editing, here it is. So on the left, you see time is on the bottom of these graphs, and the time of the audio file being played is the y-axis. And here, no, just look at the slope. Here, the slope is smooth. It looks like time matches up with time. On the right-hand side, boo.
Oh, that's right.
OpenAL is just like bloop, 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 bloop. And so that's why when you do the AV sync, it looks bad.
Lucas, curly hair.
Hmm?
It's a curly hair. Yes.
Yeah, it's curly hair. So onwards to whatever is number 2.
You ready?
Bam.
Ah, here we go. Okay, so this is this is PTEX, again rendering in cycles, but this time without OSL. And so that means that it should pretty much work everywhere. It should work with CUDA as well, although I haven't tried that. In the bottom left-hand side, you see how it's uploading texture data now. It's basically automatically packing it into something that can go onto the GPU or what have you, with some nice borders around it for filtering. And in the bottom right, you can see the filtering in action. It's not quite right there. It's filtering correctly across edges, but not where corners meet. So yeah, there's that to do. And then right now we can move on to number 3, where I am implementing it in the regular viewport shading. As you can see, it's almost perfect. And in the 4th picture, which I did not get to yet because it's in the future, it looks great.
Nice. Well played, sir.
Spoiler there.
Yeah.
So now you have to figure out the puzzle, which one will belong well.
Yeah, I really like the little
What are
noise
the
of it.
green red things?
The green red things are just debugging visualization to show the face winding, or like which is vertex 0 and then how the face loops around.
Okay.
Because PTEX is all implicit based on that. So depending on how things are winding, the texture needs to match up with that.
Okay.
So yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
The winding.
And once it shows up in the viewport, then we can start painting on it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's your turn.
Andy.
Bam.
No.
Bam.
Bam.
No.
Hello.
Bambi.
Oh.
Sorry.
That was a joke, by the way. Right. I have pictures. They're numbered, but there's also videos in between. So if you want, I can press the buttons, but okay. Just yeah, okay, just load them up. First, beginning of this week, I started adjusting Victor's eyes because we want to show them in close-up as well at some point, I guess. The second shows how that was a large render I did. Really large render I did. Still, there's some problems with the texture and
world in his eyes.
yeah.
Here's the additional butterfly.
Right, I did steal that texture. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that can be tweaked with it. I'm
You took Tara's eyes.
right. So at this point, I also started painting the bump map for his face and the specular map. You can also see that here, some veins and some eyes. Eyes, yeah. Some veins and some freckles, some wrinkles. Yeah. As you can see, I paid attention to every single pixel. I also had to, next one. Yeah, then there was the subject of curly hair. Lucas was coding this awesome feature. I think that was on Tuesday, right? Ready? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday? So this was my first test by where I just basically made everything curly. And later he also gave me the power to control that using a texture, which you can see in the next one. That was just one more test. In the next one, you can see probably a detail of the curliness going on just on the edges of his hairstyle. And in the next picture, you should be able to see, yeah, his beard. I also started working on his beard, which I think that the spiral feature just gives it a very natural look. I'm still not happy how his mustache area looks like. For some reason, I simply cannot get any hair to grow there. It's weird, even though there's everything. There's a texture. There's
But you know, some people they can't grow.
Yeah,
I
like
can relate to that.
like me. Yeah. But yeah, we at some point I might want to address that. Also, some parts of his mouth texture don't look.
Quick question: can you adjust thickness of hairs?
I can totally adjust the thickness of hairs. Yes. Even though I think that we might go with that, or we might have it thicker, because in the end, since we're making everything fuzzy, it might be too fuzzy and we're losing all that detail.
Yeah, no, it was just thinking of for the mustache.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you can have like a texture.
All right. So if you go to the next picture, you can see just making a bit more progress, making his hair a bit more realistic. In the next one after that, you can see the back. So you can see that it's kind of getting there.
I want to touch it.
You wish. All right, so that was I think that was the beginning of at this point I was trying to okay. So at this point I was already starting to unwrap the body and everything. You can see that in the next picture, I think. I started doing his body in 2 passes, basically, just his shirt, his pants, and hands. No, actually, that's, I don't know what that part is. Oh yeah, it's the pants, yeah. Pants, hands, shirt, right. Belt and all that stuff. In the next one, you can see his jacket. And in the next picture, you can see how that turns out in the 3D view. I also have a close-up of that. Here you can see I tried to render out a pattern for his jacket, which turns out that Mathieu doesn't like because it's squares. It's kind of weird, yeah, so I might have to go back at that.
Very noisy too.
No, it's actually fine because cycles sampling is just beautiful. So in the next one, you can see I'm doing a bit more dirt on his seams and bump maps and stuff. You can see I adjusted his shirt. I added a seam there, also some wrinkles and stuff. I tweaked the buttons and yeah, made it a bit more lived in. Yeah, that. I still have to add a color map to that. Yeah.
Are there interference patterns?
That's because the bump map is just 8-bit. Painting it in 32-bit is just really slow at 4K. So.
Not disturbing, but
Right. Yeah. That's. Yeah.
We're not going to have a close-up of his.
I don't know. I might want to add a noise texture to that just to break it up. Okay. Next one, you can see his entire upper body with his hair. In the next picture, you can see. Oh yeah, that's the other thing that I started because I actually at the same time while I was doing the texturing, Francesco was getting everything to be BAM'd. So I migrated his texture, his UV layout to the new rig that Juan Pablo made. Had to merge all his UV maps over and copy all the hair. And it seems like that worked just beautifully. Problem is I'm losing all the seams and the pins, but I'm working in the shading file right now, so I can bring that back at any point. So yeah, that's... I was then turning the shot that Hjalti animated into a rendered shot. I think you can see that in the next video. I just hit material view, so you can see actually what the subsurface is doing and what the hair is doing over his animation. I also did an excellent job of animating the camera in this shot. I added so many keyframes. The camera, right. Okay, yeah, and the next one, you can see what has been rendered so far because there were a lot of problems with this, with vector motion, with cycles motion blur. This is how that turned out. You'll see the texture popping because I did the texturing at the same time. So yeah, I'm sorry for that.
What happened then? I missed it. What happened with the texture?
The texture is flickering because I was texturing at the same time, so you can see it being updated. Kind of stop. No, not a commit problem. I was rendering on my computer and I was painting the texture at the same time and saving the file, so it rendered the new texture.
Kind of. Don't have a render file.
Because now I think Francesco made sure that we have a render farm, and we might be able to use that at some point to render the shot if we are successful.
The epic first shot of the film. How do you think about it?
Damn, lights on.
What do you think?
I like it. I think there's something that needs to be worked about the mood and stuff, but it looks very good. The hairs are impressive. They might need to move at some point.
Very subtle. You can do it by hand secretly and call it dynamics.
Deformation motion blur is super slow for hair at the moment. Sergey's looking into it.
That's very convincing. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, there's one thing that, like I talked to Andy about. So if you look at a face, the upper lip is like hugging the teeth. And at the bottom, there's just a tiny little space, but not that much. But in the model, there is quite a space in both the upper and the lower part. And I wasn't sure if it was like just me when I was doing the thing, but I was trying to not make it obvious, but it started to really, yeah, exactly. It started to really annoy me. So I think we're going to end up pushing the teeth just a little bit further in the front. Otherwise, we get that weird gap thing going on, and it doesn't really sell the lip sync.
Yeah, it's a bit 80-ish.
Yeah.
It has something. It makes it interesting.
Makes it look wrong.
And this is like blowing.
Yeah, it's just constant blow when he's talking. Yeah.
They call it vacuum cleaning.
Yeah.
You call it black.
He's like,
blower.
give it
Yeah, it's a leaf blower.
A leaf blower animation. Leaf blower. Leaf blower shot.
It's the frog part that we miss.
Huh? So how long did it take you to animate this? In hours or days?
I think it was through 2.5 days.
2.5 days.
Yeah. And it's missing some polish. Like it's, it
How
would
many
need more
seconds
polish.
is this?
This is 150 frames.
6
but this
seconds,
is
I
only
think.
80 frames.
Yeah, it's missing a few of the frames I did.
4 or 5 seconds.
And the render time?
No, it's supposed to be 6
Render time
seconds.
is half an hour.
Then
Right now we're going from 4 minutes at 200 samples, which is not near enough. I think we'll have to go up to 800 or so, or 1,200. I don't know.
This is 75% of the final frame size, and there's not much else going on. So this is only an HDR image as a background. The hair is not animated. And yeah, right. I'm well. There was an error which apparently made this render faster because the motion blur wasn't recognizing the particles for some reason because some keyframes were missing there. Like so, it was actually rendering at 4 minutes per frame, and it's actually no blur. At that point, Cycles wasn't blurring anything. So with blur, it's like half an hour per frame. So I'm expecting this to be triple to quadruple the size. So 2 hours per frame.
Like 800 samples?
Without environment.
800 to 1,000 samples, yeah, depends. Without the environment, yeah.
But isn't it
Crazy
going to
obsessed.
be investigated in many of these shots? Can have this kind of background play?
But on the island, yeah. It's foggy. You don't even
Yeah.
have a cliff on these shots.
But this is a little bit the mood you want, right?
Yeah. You have to feel alone. So
But of course, it would be nice if it's not that at that picture. The back is usually a bit annoying.
it should be dead. It's a dead island.
But it's kind of everything is moving in the wind, right? So you want some motion.
Yeah, there's wide shots where you see the grass and you have some plates on the ground. But the close-up shot like this, you don't have that.
Well, it should be, if he keeps trying to kill himself in the trees, I guess there's several trees then, right?
there's the one tree.
That was the last question.
You keep.
Yeah,
No,
because, no, and the sheep said at the beginning, like, there Frank goes again.
Yeah, but you did-
Damn it, it's true.
But you did other things.
Yeah, you get rid of
Okay,
all the
okay,
trees.
There's also electricity somewhere, and a little river that's drowned and down. All right.
Do you see this flickering in the first?
Yeah, it's my fault.
Okay. Good to know.
What did you do?
It's a problem that I'm aware of. You wanna know why it's flickering?
Because you changed the texture.
No, it's just because I was lazy and I used dilated road and as
Oh,
it happens, if you use dilated
Yeah.
road with the alpha channel, everyone
Just
knows
seeing
that.
Yeah,
things that
that's
needed to
there.
Let me try.
In the Blender 101.
Anyone who has read the diagram will
Yeah.
Did you use the footage for this?
Yeah. I used it was the 7th take before he decided that he liked the sitting down thing. And in the 7th take, he does like a lot of like. Yeah, exactly. And it seemed a little fidgety and just that it shows a little bit of a lack of confidence, and it feels like it gives it a tiny bit of a secondary
You
animation.
want it, right? Victor is not meant to be too serious, man.
No, it's more calmer than this actually now.
But it's fun. Yeah. But it looks very much alive. Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
So,
Still wondering about the lips.
it should be a little bit thicker.
No, I don't know yet. It's the only part I feel it's a bit plasticky, but it's just like really to say something.
Yeah, it's the roughness snap for the specularity. I haven't done that yet.
To make it less sharp, a little bit smoother. Yeah. Very cool. And Francesco wants to skip.
Bam!
Bam!
Actually,
You have the bam!
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 For once.
For once, you have something?
Yeah, give me a mic, give me the camera. There you go. Give me a thing. Here you go, little candy. Yeah. Yeah, here, turn more light. There you go. Okay. Now we can finally say something. So basically,
That's my face.
thank you. Very well. Okay, that makes everything look more natural. That looks good. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So so this week I worked on a number of things, but the most important ones are I BAM'd all the things, and the things are two. I BAM'd the cloud. So the Blender cloud now has been enhanced with BAM for the Gooseberry repository area. So any cloud user can visit the website and can go to the Gooseberry project.
Come on! Chicken!
And I don't know if we are...
What?
There you go. So if you go like on the... okay. So if you visit the Open Project section and you visit the Gooseberry project, and you visit the repository folder, you can browse as usual, and you get two new features. For example, go to Chars, Victor, and then you can get like a Victor.blend, I think. So one interesting feature is that, for example, there is SVN logs available, so people can actually see what has been done on each and every file that has been committed there. So that's why I've always been stressing the importance of writing sensed logs message, because now the whole planet can see them. But the authors are hidden, so for the moment at least, so nobody can know who actually wrote those things. So that's one functionality, and it's interesting because it comes from BAM itself. So it's not the cloud doing this; it's BAM, and it's talking to it. And then the other feature is, of course, the download button. You can click on anything, and you can download it as usual. The interesting aspect is that, well, in this case, you downloaded a file that doesn't have any dependency, but maybe if you download Victor.blend, that's maybe gonna work. Yeah. So what would happen? What happens now when you no, that doesn't have anything either. Maybe Victor Andy. Is there Victor Andy there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Victor. Yeah. So this 127 megabytes file has been generated with BAM, and basically once we download it, we will see that it actually works like in the demos we gave in the past here in the studio. So it has been packed with all the dependencies that blend file has. So for the first time, somebody can actually go in the cloud, fetch an asset that has dependencies, and actually download it all. And once you open that file, if you want, we can demo it by opening the blend file. I don't know if it's possible.
Well, of course.
Prove it.
Pablo, you're going to test it live?
Live.
You dare to use Blender?
I don't want to see this. No, click, it doesn't even work.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's gonna run Blender 2.6.
Oh no.
Bam!
There you go.
Bam.
No giant error messages. That's already a start.
There's the auto run script.
Yeah, of course, auto run Python script has to be on.
Yeah. Go to the other one.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
How to?
Why is that not in the startup?
Because people don't.
Because security.
Yeah, security.blend. So this is anyway an old version of Blender is 270. So that's the reason.
270.
It's from the 90s.
It's the default. I don't know. I didn't really set up Blender on this computer, but as you can see, all the textures are there, and everything should be there. So yeah. So
okay, cool.
yeah. So that is as you can see, the texture is there. That,
Guess where is it?
yeah. So okay, that's one thing. And then another very big target. So that actually is important because everybody who is trying to download things from the cloud will actually be using BAM. And if BAM gives errors or has problems, we're going to know about it. So it's actually one of the most efficient ways we have to test BAM itself, because people are just going to use it without knowing, and we are going to get the reports. So it's like having an audience of a few thousand people clicking and using it. So that's quite good. Okay, and then next, I tried to get the whole studio to use BAM for everyday work. So we switched to a new repository, which is not yet available on the cloud, but it will be soon, and is actually going to contain everything we need to have in order to produce the shots. And currently, everyone except a couple of people are using BAM to interface with this new repository. And so everybody's been introduced to it. It has been deployed in all the studios, so everybody can actually use it. And we are already finding a few things that could be improved. And I hope next week to have some time to catch up with Campbell to actually deliver some improvements for the people using it. And then last but not least, I've been spending some time on the render farm, and it's 99% there, as in we have a render farm. And it's on, and it has some nodes, but Blender doesn't work because
it's the same system, the P-render.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been collaborating with a developer from the Quarno render service, and in the past weeks, and we've developed quite a bit. And
will of course be BAM.
yeah, well, first it has to work, and then it will work with
99%.
Then it can but this tool itself works. It's just the deployment that doesn't work, because of course deploying things is always yeah, exactly. So but it should be working. So maybe if I get it fixed now, maybe we can get something to render over the weekend. That would be interesting. And yeah, I think these are the main
Sorry, people are commenting, bam, bam, bam again. Somebody just commented, bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Maybe suggest a drinking
Yeah. All right. So that was, I think that was it for my side. So yeah.
So that was it. Next week we have a new team member. People coming in all the time. Now we got Gabriel.
Caravaggio.
Caravaggio.
Yeah, it's a double L. Here.
Gabriel. He will be flying in Tuesday or Wednesday. I forgot. I have to look it up.
I was hoping Monday.
Monday, yeah.
I don't know. Are you
Sooner the
there? Gabriel?
Yeah. So that's it for the normal working week next week. And we were going to have Thai food.
Yay!
So bye-bye, Internet. Have a good weekend. And we will see you next week for another broadcast out of the studio of the Cosmos Laundromat.
Yay!